So the first drill we're going to do is a technical warm-up. If I was using this with a group of players, I would use it, the age range would be from maybe 7 or 8 right through to my senior players, and depending on what you want to achieve out of the warm-up would depend on your setup. So for example, I've set the warm-up today that we can get the players moving, but also once we get into showing the detail of the technique, it gives us a bit more time to show that. If I was using it for a senior side, I'd probably make it a wee bit tighter so that the tempo is a wee bit higher. The drill was called the Zig-Zag for obvious reasons, as you'll see when I walk through it. I've got a starting position, double white cones, and I've got a finishing position, double white cones. So the width between the channel is about 10 yards, okay? So this is my channel, about 10 yards in width. Lower, yep. And the distance between each ball is again about 10 yards. And as you can see, as I walk through the area, the cones are on a zigzag. The reason for that is so that we can get the players to work on a wee bit of agility, some dynamic movements, whilst they're still working on their technique with the ball. And they'll work from cone to cone, and then they'll finish at the double white cones. I've gone through the setup of the area that we're going to use, the zigzag. Now we've introduced the players. As you can see, beside each ball there stands a player. And then at the double white cones at our starting position, we have the remainder of the squad. So we normally work with 2 groups of players. One will work, one will rest. They'll work for maybe 2 minutes, and then we'll flip them over. Okay, so what we'll do now is just get the working players to work through the zigzag, just to show you the setup and how they work through the channel. And then we'll go into a wee bit of detail on the techniques that we're going to use this afternoon. So if we can get, yep, go on, play. So the trigger for the next player to go is when Alex is finished on the first ball. So they get a wee bit of distance in between each player, so they're not rushed in the technique. Once the player's finished at the end of the channel, Alex, you go around the double cones and a nice easy jog back to the top. So because we're using this exercise today to work on a wee bit of detail with technique, there's not so much of a necessity on the tempo of the exercise. Just go through once more, Alex. So with most of the drills that we do for our warm-ups and our technique, we work both sides. So we work left side and we work right side, as the players are showing. With the passing drill, sometimes the passing is a little longer, sometimes it's a wee bit shorter. So that really is determined by the players who are serving the ball in. Good, well done. So with the short pass, some key points. Okay, we want to work hard on the surface of the foot we're going to use. Okay, we're going to work hard on how we strike the ball. We're going to work hard on our body shape. So if we have a wee look at Clayton, so roll the ball into Alex Clayton. If you watch Clayton when he makes contact with the ball, he's using what part of the foot, Clayton? You're using the inside of your foot. So the inside of your foot, if we can show on Clayton's on Clayton, the inside of your foot has got the biggest surface area. Okay, so you want to use that belly part of your foot. All right. When you strike the ball now, Clayton, what I want you to do is come from high to low. Okay. So come from high to low on the ball. Good. So the reason we want to come from high to low, if we go from low to high, Clayton, what's going to happen? So the ball's going to bobble. So we want to make sure that the ball's consistent, it's on the floor. So that high to low contact, make sure the ball travels along the floor. So the second consideration when you're passing the ball is the shape of your body. So that the ball again stays on the floor, my body weight needs to be over the top of the ball. So my knee's got to be over the top of the ball and my chest has got to be over the top of the ball. So the ball's staying on the floor. So if we have a look at Clayton again, so he's high to low, knees over the ball, body's over the ball. High to low, knees over the ball, body's over the ball. Good. So now if you can see, we're getting a nice consistent roll of the ball on the floor. Good, Clayton. Super. Back in again.